Here we go. We back. We back. What's going on, good people? Seth the Dark Child, how you
Uh,
doing, my brother?
hey, bro, living life in paradise.
Yes, yes, yes. I know, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at me right now, 'cause we're doing live recording on YouTube right now, you're looking at me like, where's Seth the Dark Child at? Oh, man. It started pouring down before he started hitting my way. Safety first. So I said, hey, brother, let's call in and we can do it over the phone. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to make sure, everybody stays safe, you know, and,
Exactly.
before we get into the show, I just want to give another salute. Rest in heaven, R.I.P. Quest Boogie, a brother of
That's a
ours who
biggie,
we
brother.
lost. So I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm conscious about everything now. So when it started raining and it's poured down, I said, nah, can't lose another brother today. Stay home, call in, brother. It's all good. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, man. Yeah, I'm feeling it. And once again, RIP, shout out to Quest Boogie. You know, it's hard. It's hard to lose a brother, man. It's just hard.
Facts. So on another note, I mean, I want to say positive, but we're about to go in. you
Oh, I
see,
mean, we positive, man. We positive about
okay,
going in.
yeah, positive. Just some real talk, because this is what we do here in the chop, in the chop team. You know what I'm saying? So as you see the topic, and I'm gonna read it out loud as well. Uh, should marriage license expire like every state license to give folks an option to leave or renew? I'm gonna say that again so it can marinate in your ears. You're like, It should give you the option, like, But should marriage license expire like every state license to give folks an option to leave or renew? Seth the Dark Child,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts, my brother?
Well, you know what? Um, Off the top of my head, I say yes, wholeheartedly. I think yes,
Okay.
yes.
Hey, I mean, right to the point, right? I mean, we're going to break it
Yes.
down, of course, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I feel the same way that he do as well. The option, yes, it should be there.
Yes.
I
Um,
mean, it's a license, right? And as we know, a lot of us have some license out there. Someone has multiple licenses. And guess what? Every couple of years or whatever
mhm,
it may be, we got to renew them, right? Or we can't do
mhm.
certain things, right?
Yep.
And
I mean,
it is crazy when you think about the marriage license, right? They make it see the marriage license holds the most weight out of all the things that people have to get a license for in the world. When you think
yep.
about it, you gotta really sit there and think about it. And say, man, I could get this license, I can renew this one, but this one here is just once you sign it, it's like till death.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
Seth.
it, even if you want to do the math on it, like, okay, if you consider it a marriage license, I think it should be renewed. But some people call it the marriage contract, right?
Yes,
But even contracts be renegotiated.
yes,
I mean, we watch sports. You will renegotiate a contract if circumstances change, right?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Let's support it.
I mean, listen, and with certain careers and jobs that you have, depending on the level that you're at, the higher level is, there's contracts. Now they may not say contract, but for example, a person might be put a director of a call center and he has 4 years to do XYZ, right? Once those
Mm-hmm.
4 years is up, he gets reevaluated based on what he has done, and the next steps will go from there. Either he stays, move up, or go whatever else. But that's still a form of a contract or a license. It's something that got to be renewed, got to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And once I said, most people understand that because most people don't know about the higher up positions out there and what they do. Not that I say I work in those positions, but I know a lot of people who do, and I understand the rotation that comes in every 4 years in certain departments. Where people
Mm-hmm.
come in and go out, come in and come out. Like, why are they always leaving? I mean, if it's so great here, why do they leave? Because they're there
Mm-hmm.
for a reason,
Reason in the season.
right?
So,
I'm about to not go in, but to go over some things here. Before I do that, Seth, the Dark Child, you want to add anything on, sir, or anything you want to say at the top of your brain, whatever? Where you at?
honestly, off the top of my head, without scratching the itch or anything, yeah, man. At the at the very least, in the last couple of years, with all the changes we've had in social media,
Uh huh.
the law,
Uh huh.
the family dynamic,
Yes.
um, womanism into the system,
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that we need to. to review what marriage is and the legal aspects of it, and let's make it more free. I mean, equal. Yeah, equal. I like that.
Yeah, equal.
We all want to be equal.
I like that one. Make it equal. And I was talking to a friend of mine because this topic did come from a friend of mine on social media. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow the DaChop Team on Instagram, YouTube. Follow me individually at Twins Inc. You can follow Seth the Dark Child as well on Instagram. And, you can slide in our DMs, post us questions. Even in the comments, you can let us know how you feel or any certain topics. But this topic came from a lady friend who watched the show and like, hey, I have a question for you. Y'all should chop this up. So don't think this is just me and Seth the Dark Child or any other man that comes on the show. We sit here and talk about, how can we bash women this week? Or how can we ruffle people's feathers? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. These topics are coming from women. These are women topics right here we're talking about today. Okay, let's be clear. I want to put it out there. She put it out there. I'm like, hey, we're going to chop it up. No pun intended.
Hey, and in my own defense, it has been a very long time since I specifically wanted to bash women or wanted a topic to bash women.
Right.
Lately, I've been looking for reasons to not bash you. I'm becoming depressed because it's almost too easy. They're throwing stuff at me to get mad about.
Right. And then on top of that, let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen, we love women. And we definitely love our sisters. But this is this conversation that we have. And if you want to know what men's thoughts on about life or anything, when you go to a barbershop, don't be sitting there on your phone. Or actually, you can sit on your phone, but fake you be on the phone and listen. There's a lot of conversation that men be having. Like the barbershop will be most men's getaway. Where they can, without the whole crying and stuff, you know what I'm saying, sitting on someone's couch and being answered a million questions. Nah, you get a room of a bunch of guys, strangers, because people come in. Some people if you go around the same time, you have a scheduled barber. But when y'all go in, it's a fellowship. That's why sometimes guys go to the barbershop, they be there for hours. Like, what are you doing there for hours? Listen, hopefully you can get in when you schedule. But after your 30-minute haircut, you might have some good conversation going on. You might have people come in, bring some food. It's like a full party in there if you don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in a woman salon.
Dude, I got it. I do have to admit, as a man, when I went bald, losing the fellowship of the barbershop on a regular basis, that was the most painful part of not having hair, not having to go to the barbershop.
That's true. You know what? I don't know yet, but I feel, because I understand, because, I haven't been because the whole pandemic. I got locked cornrows, whatever, but that was definitely.
You can go.
I still can go. I can get the beard done if I want to or something, but the point is that, yes, that fellowship is very key, especially to the older generation. And if the young generation, if they listen, if they're more willing to listen and hear what the men are talking about, they may learn something. But let's reel it back in. So, yes, we're going to talk about this topic once again. Should the marriage license expire like every other license? And we both agree, I think, yes. And, it should be at least every 5 years. Because most of the time, most marriages don't last 5 years anyway. But at least for 5 years, y'all can have a sit-down talk and, hey, boom, 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 boom. Hey, this is just going to work out. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 and keep it moving. Or, hey, it works out fine. We keep it going. And go ahead, Seth.
I would just love to have a woman. I do, ladies. Feel free. I'm not a monster. I'm not here to destroy anything you say. Because if you're right, you're right. So I do want to hear what your opinion is. Like, why? A lot of women do want to get married, but I don't see women fight for rights. They fight for voting rights and right to have a pregnancy termination right. They fight the right to vote, equal wages. Why aren't y'all fighting for the right to have marriages revamped or, modified so that everybody wins?
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
That last thing you said, so everyone wins. Because it's not about everyone winning. It's about what they can get out of it. In most cases,
Wow.
I mean, listen, it is what it is, right? Or
I get it.
I'll say this: two things. It's what the woman can get out of it, or whoever the breadwinner is. Because sometimes we do have some women who are the breadwinners, right? So
And it's almost sad to see the look on their face when they realize they're the breadwinner.
yeah,
Not that it happens that much,
no.
and that they are the ones up to bat.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
So
But
two things.
a lot of them.
Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
No.
I just say a lot of them still don't come up to bat because it's for the sisterhood. So even though they taking that L, they know it's for the greater good.
Right.
I'm gonna take this L because my sister's still winning.
It's still winning. So like I said, those are the two reasons. Because I don't, like I said, but if we had an exact, if we did like a survey or something, whatever, and had all percentage, it still would be higher women, and then the person who is the highest breadwinner. Those are the top two things, right? Because somebody, people just can't walk out and like, hey, you know what? It was cool, but boom, we'll go our separate ways, whatever. I don't care what you have. You know what I'm saying? Well, as long as we take care of what's our responsibility, which is the kids, cool. We can go from there and keep it moving, right? But that ain't the case. But anyway, I'm going to stay on topic because we're not fully talking about the whole divorce process. I've been there. And that'd be a whole nother topic. But listen, I'm going to read to y'all a list, or we may chop it down each one, but I have a list of licenses that are very important to people in the world that have to be renewed. Okay? And I'm trying to give y'all some ideas, make you think a little bit, make you go, marriage license, it's a license, but it does not need to be renewed. Okay? Cool. You marry someone for life. I get it. Perfect. All right, it is what it is, right? Boom, that's the rules. Marriage, life, no renewal. It is what it is till death do us part. Okay. Now, think about this. A real estate agent. This is a person who sells houses, right? They have to renew their license every year. Every year, every 12 months, a real estate agent must renew their license, his or her license every year. Mind you, some real estate agents make millions of dollars in 1 year. So, I mean, it's not about the money they're paying for it to get the license renewed. It's the fact they have to do it. That first year, if you get your real estate license, I don't know what it costs, but we're talking about license and be renewed. With a real estate agent, you can get your license for 1 year. Let's say January 10th, you got your license. You've been training for the first 9 days, 10 days, and January 10th, you got it. Boom. And then from there, you go on a tear and you start selling houses like it's free candy or something. Buy one, get one free or something. You just buying houses over here, house over there, house over there. You get a house. And in most states, most houses, the low end, right, is $100,000. But in most cases, the house is up to $1 million plus. Could you imagine? So what I'm saying is that the real estate license is more expensive wise when you compare to money wise. It's very more expensive compared to the marriage license. Now, the reason I said because, yes, in the marriage, a man or somebody can lose. Hold on. Got a phone call. I don't want to decline it because I don't want to lose Seth Darchild. You still there, brother? Hold on one second.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Hold on. I want him to decline, but I don't want to lose you. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Part is in the mission here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. There's probably somebody telling me about my car insurance. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is here. Like, listen, yes. Now, we're not talking about the big superstars, Dr. Dre, no. We're talking about the average earner, the average man and woman in the world who works 9 to 5. We're talking about average people, right? And if they go through a divorce, they can lose by up to maybe $100,000. If, no, what I'm going to say probably the max. And I'm not talking about the high earner one, I'm talking about the average Joe. Could probably lose up to $100,000 to maybe $200,000 from a divorce, okay? I get it. It happens. But a real estate agent, they get a 30% or I don't know exactly, I want to say 20 to 30, 25 to 30% discount or percentage of someone buying selling the house. So if they sell a house for over, it costs $5 million, guess what? They get a check 30% of that. If they sell 5 houses for $100,000, they make that money back like it's nothing. But every year they have to renew. If not, they can't sell another house. But that holds more weight than the marriage license.
Hey, think about this. Let's say you got an LLC. You have to renew that every year.
Yes.
This is. I don't care if you're a major corporation like AT&T or Google, or you just got a lawn care business. if you got an LLC, you got to renew that every year. Just to stay in business.
Okay. So we got some more, ladies and gentlemen. That's not just the one we got. We got more. So the next one is called the CDA, Child Development Associates, right? And this credential you must renew every 3 years. So this person went to college to become a teacher, XYZ, and got the certification. He passed, right, his degree. You know, most teachers have bachelor's degrees, whatever case may be, whatever. He went to school, and they got debt between $80,000 over $100,000, right? Right. So on top of you paying your student loans back for the rest of your life, depending, you know, how far you went in education, guess what? Every 3 years, you still got to pay money to make sure you can still keep your CDA. Wow. So think about it for a second. You went to school 4 years, whatever, 8, whatever you did to be a teacher, but you still have to renew your CDA every 3 years. If not, you can't be a teacher, or you can be in any program that develops children. So this could be like YMCA, whatever case may be. And anything you do with child development, you can't do unless every 3 years you get renewed.
You think, hey, wait, now that's more complicated because what I'm supposed to give up my kids every 3 years if I don't feel like doing it no more. I'm just not going to renew my parents in life.
Right.
So some of us will say yes.
So pretty much, if you want to be in the realm of being child development, if every 3 years, if you decide 1 year you can't do it, you don't want to do it no more, guess what? You have to find a whole new career because your degree that you got for 4 years at a college or institute, whatever, doesn't matter because that certification over there has to be renewed for you to be able to develop anyone. But once again, the merit license hold more weight than that. Okay. Next one. All right. Well, we all know this one right here. Your driver license. You can renew your driver license up to 8 years, every 8 years. Now, that's kind of self-explanatory, but let's be clear. A lot of us will not have jobs if we decide we didn't want to renew our license. Let's be clear. We had to study to get our license, and once you got it, you think, oh, okay, I'm good for life. No, you're not, buddy. Every 8 years or whatever it may be, you have to renew your license. Listen, from where I live at now, I can't walk all the way to my job all the way in Alpharetta from where I live now. So guess what? I need to have my driver's license. But on top of that, it has to be renewed. Now, good thing is I don't got to it should be a law, but as a good news, I don't got to go out there and retest. Being that I don't got to go out there and parallel park and all that stuff. Go ahead, Steph.
No, you can. Once you get to a certain age, they can make you take certain parts of that test again, especially the vision test.
Oh yeah. No, and I agree with that because there've been plenty of times I heard stories of someone who either had a health condition, had a heart attack by driving, and just drove and plowed into whatever. People, you know what I'm saying? People, it just seizures. It happens, right? It happens, and I understand. Or people just get older and the vision get bad. So I mean, there's plenty of times you can go on YouTube. You can see plenty of times people were sitting in a grocery store or a nail shop and a car comes flying through the window because the person who drove through was an elder person and they thought they was in park. Well, if you're in park, why are you still pressing the gas? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're in park, you shouldn't be pressing the gas. You should be hitting the brake. But anyway, here or there. But driver license, it still holds more weight to the marriage license because you got to get that renewed. Oh. Wait, there is more. Hold on 1 second. My phone. All right. So the next one, your passport every 9 to 10 years. So this is for my traveling people. If you want to travel all over the world, you know, if you have family, like I have family in Jamaica, so I like going to Jamaica because I get free room and board. You know, all I got to do is get there, right? So I kind of like going to Jamaica and traveling, being in the hot sun and, you know, going to all the events there. But that's something that has to be renewed. You can't get it once and be done with it. You gotta get it redone. And I get it. 9, 10 years, you know, people look different. Got pictures changed. I get it, but that has to be done. And that's, once again, important. I know to a lot of people, I got a lot of friends who I follow who love to travel. And when I say travel, international travel. They want them stamps. They want to go to Bahamas. They want to go to Aruba or whatever. They want to go all over the world. And that's something you have to do. shoot, even if you're married, right? If you're married, you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you're married, you want to go on travel, you know, wife want to go on honeymoons or go on vacation. Guess what? I need to make sure our passport's up to date. But the marriage license doesn't need to be renewed.
Yep.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
you can't make this stuff up. Go ahead, Steph.
No, and I would say for everybody listening, you would ask, why is this important? Well, the reason we think it's important is because, once again, as we stated earlier, the rules have changed. You know, you used to get married. Well, hold on. First off, why was the marriage license first created? Just so everybody knows, the marriage license was first created. In real talk, I can't tell you the exact year, but it was mostly to keep black people from marrying white people.
Oh, hold up. Okay, go ahead, continue.
Oh, the marriage license in simple language was to keep black people from marrying white people. You had to, so regardless of how you felt in your heart with the Lord, it was you had to get a license. I mean, you had to go to prove that you and such wanted to get married, and that gave the government the ability to say yes or no. So that's where marriage licenses came from. But people, random, everyday people, started piling more and more responsibility onto the marriage license. Oh, if you marry, you can determine if this person gets taken off the life support. If you married, you can make decisions for this person. If you married, you can change address and do this and do that and open bills and take out loans and have an automatic cosigner for this. So, you know, the reason it initially became a responsibility and requirement for the government, it just kept getting worse. It kept getting more and more complicated. But the weird part about it is none of that was spelled out on the document you signed. You know what I'm saying? It was just a single page. Half a page, a dang on paragraph. You got entire books dedicated to what a marriage license is, but when you sign it, it is one page. Think about how we need to go back and review from a legal standpoint what marriage is and make sure that it's explained up front on the marriage license itself. Right?
Right.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's fair that the first time you really understand what marriage is when you get a divorce.
And by then it's too late.
I was married, did it one time, went through a divorce. I did not understand what marriage was in my gut until I got divorced. All the fantasies I had about it being two people working together for a lifetime to raise a family and all this sounded good. When you get a divorce and they telling you what your marriage really is, that's the first time. And I felt bamboozled. I mean, at least if you renewed the licenses, after 5 years, I'd be like, yo, we might need to reevaluate this and cut ties. But nope, I thought I was in it for the long run because I was married with a marriage license. It really would be helpful to renew it and make people actually reflect on what this thing means than to just keep letting it go until the other person decides to shoot you in the back. I meant stab you in the face. I meant divorce.
Oh, Lord. All that. Listen, you get that phone call now. So you get that call, sir. You're saying too much.
Hey, I muted it. It is what it is.
All right. Cool. All right. And thank you, Seth the Dark Child, for like kind of doing a refresh. So for anyone who tuned in late or tuning in live here on YouTube or whatever, he's got, that's where we're coming from. So this, I know I'm reading through a list of things here, but he put it on perspective of why there should be a renewal phase or a renewal period when it comes to a marriage license, because it's a license, right? So the next one I have here, this is very important, especially right now, what's happening in the world now in the pandemic, right? Well, nurses, registered nurses, RNs, they need to renew their license every 2 years by January 31st. Now, my mom is a registered nurse. She went to school, and I know she has a bachelor's and a master's. I think I want to say 2 bachelors and a master's, something like that. My mom's educated, right? But the debt is serious, right? The debt is completely serious when it comes. Anyone who's in the medical field or anyone's going to be a registered nurse, you have to go to school for some years. And your college tuition or your debt is over $100,000. You're lucky if it's at $100,000. No, you're over that. So on top of you paying back student loan for majority of the rest of your life, every 2 years, if you want to stay in that realm of being a registered nurse, you have to pay your license fee every 2 years. Now, mind you, someone else can do the research on that. I don't know how much it costs. You know, if somebody say I'll come back, it's like $50. Okay, cool, whatever. It ain't nothing, but it's the fact you still gotta pay it. Now, they say it's something crazy like $500. Wow. I mean, mind you, you make good money, but you're not factoring kids, husband, life, bills, debt. Yeah, that money you may not have that $500 when you needed to, but you should. But the point I'm trying to make is that is an important license to have and make sure you renew, especially in the world that we live in today, the pandemic. We got shortage now because people don't want to take the jab, so they letting these well-seasoned, professional, and good nurses lose their job.
Well, you know what? I think we need to. I want to pause on that part.
Go ahead.
Because that's a different combo.
Oh yeah,
it needs to be had.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the way. Anyway, that don't go there yet.
Yeah. I just want to say that because I mean, once again, apparently that's more. Apparently the marriage license is more important than that because you don't got to renew the marriage license. So once you become married, you're married for life. But once you become a professional registered nurse by going to school forever, guess what? You still got to renew to prove that you still could be a registered nurse. And hopefully you don't got to take a test. Like, I don't know what the whole process when it comes to renewing these licenses. Only ones I know is my driver license, my passport, and my gun. Those 3 ones I know that I renew, but all I got to do is pay a fee, and that's it. Simple as that, right? Yep. Now, of course, when you do the gun license register, because that's the license you have, but you know, because when you first did it, they got your fingerprint and all your stuff in the system. So I guess when you renew it, they go and run your information and make sure you still qualify to be able to have a EDC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just making sure you don't have a felony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they still check, make sure you're good, right? Because then they say, nope, denied because you can't this. So guess what? You can still keep what you have, but you can't carry it. You can't even buy nothing. You can't buy nothing because when you buy it, you have to show proof of having your license. So yeah, good luck with that. But apparently, the Maryland license holds more weight than that because don't need to renew.
Well, like I said, we all on. I'm all 200 in on it. The thing about it is now this is gonna take it.
Wait, hold on. One last thing. One last thing. So remember that thought. One last thing, and we're done. And with the list, okay. One last thing here, and this also still goes back into the health field. So CPR, right? So I don't know if they bundle that together as far as registered nurse. When you re-register a registered nurse, it all bundles together. It may not. It may be a la carte. But the point I make is if you a person do CPR, guess what? You have to be recertified every 2 years on top of that. So I just want to put all those things out there that holds more weight than marriage license because marriage license don't have to be renewed. But all those other things I just listed, and I'm sure there's way more stuff out there that has to be renewed, right? I just picked the most top ones that most people know about or have, and those are very important. But go ahead, Seth. Finish what you're going to say now, sir.
Oh, like I say, I think the marriage license itself, if it wasn't so much, now we're about to talk about the divorce and relationship breakup portion.
Okay.
But if it wasn't such a life-changing event to get a divorce, I wouldn't even care if you know what I'm saying? Because when you get married, you're expected to last a lifetime anyway. But nowadays, at the point that I like to hear the stat to say only 50% of all marriages are gonna fail. But that there's some people, they still basing these marriages off of your grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
The truth of the matter is, I think more along the lines of 70 to 80% of marriages fail. And of that 70, 80%, once again, it's always the person who makes the most money gets beaten down. And a lot of times, some people will stay in marriages simply because they waiting for somebody else to make more money.
Oh,
you know, and
so they can cash out at the right time, huh?
At the right time.
Wow.
AKA Will and Jada. Aisha Curry. I'm gonna put her on blast. Aisha Curry. I'm gonna put Sierra on blast. I'm just waiting for. Waiting for her relationship with Russell Wilson to hit irreconcilable differences. I feel like it's coming. She already back to twerking on the internet.
Right.
On
Listen,
social media.
And that blows my mind. I get it. She's an entertainer, right? I get that. But when I'm seeing her twerking, she's not twerking on stage. She's at these local not bars, but I want to say conference rooms, whatever. I saw in a room twerking, her and Meg Thee Stallion. And when you look in the background and see her twerking for, I don't see too many brown skinned people there.
Well,
that's on that topic. I just want to throw it out there. I'm just saying, like, what's going on out here? And what's Russell? Because I'm like, no, sit your butt down. You ain't getting paid for this. Ain't no free twerking. But anyway, go ahead, Steph. Continue.
Well, but see, that's the point. It's supposed to be for life, but no matter who breaks the marriage contract, whoever breaks it, whoever decides to get a divorce,
mm-hmm.
It's not equitable. And normally, the person who makes the most money is always penalized for breaking the contract. So it needs to be revamped. And at the point is, I think you need to be able to say, hey, every 5 years, if you don't want to be married anymore, we don't want to renew. At that point, you don't get any alimony or anything like that. We divide the current marital assets, and then we argue, of course, we ain't even going to get into child support, and you walk the hell away. Bye. No questions asked. We don't need 50,000 lawyers haggling over junk for 5 years. You don't want to be together. I don't want to be together. Here's half the bank accounts and the keys to the house on the west side. I'm going to take the house on the east side and the half of the money. I'll see you when I see you. You know, that's how it should. If we don't renew, we go our separate ways. Don't need lawyers.
Sounds fair to me.
Because that's my own argument. I don't mind. I understand not everybody can be together, but a lifetime commitment. A lifetime contract with somebody that punishes the person that makes the most money. That's what I see, and that's what I think it needs to be reviewed.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely review. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is both sides. I know a woman right now who's a breadwinner, right, holding it down for her family, and she's going through it right now. So once again, it's not just, like I said, most of the time you hear stories, majority of the time is men who getting beat down, but sometimes there's a few women out there that's getting their head knocked off too, and it's not fair. So we want it fair, so it'll be fair against everyone, right? We understand people fall in and out of love, things happen, but it shouldn't get to the point to where, like, people are trying to cash out. Like, those are the worst ones. People who are really trying to cash out, and they make it sound like, oh, I'm just trying to do the best for our kids. It ain't about for the kids. Because if it was about the kids, it wouldn't even went to this whole route. Y'all could have settled outside of court and XYZ, and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or when they set an offer to you, XYZ, you could have just settled and be done with it right there. But people want to drag it out on both sides. Like I said, I know a woman right now who's going through it, and a good friend of mine, and she was holding it down. Even though her dude wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, but she still held it down, kept the family together. But now he wouldn't leave, and now he want all this and all that. And she was like, the nerve, I was holding it down when you wasn't doing. And you know what I'm saying? So, and now I see where the woman, the man, the dusty dude come from his situation. I'm like, dang, bro, you know, as a man, I don't know how it is as a man that you ain't trying to help and support your wife, make sure she ain't stressed out because you know she working all this overtime doing XYZ. But what are you doing to make sure that she ain't stressing herself out? Like, you know, and vice versa. It goes both ways too. But I just want to put the woman part out there because I don't want everybody to keep thinking it's about, oh, men. No. As I stated earlier in the conversation, this topic came from a woman who wanted us to chop it up. It's not a conversation that me and stepdaughter child was sitting somewhere. Hey, man, how can we? No. Matter of fact, when I text stepdaughter child today, like, hey, man, you coming through today? Like, yeah. All right, cool. All right, you got a topic? Nah. I said, you know what? I got a topic. A friend of mine sent me this message, and now we're talking about it now. So let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen. These are women out there is having these thoughts. It's just not us men. We've been talking about it, but we're putting the voice behind it because you don't see women talking about, oh, we got to fix the divorce system because our men out here and our women out here are getting dragged. No. Only person here talking about is the men. And and there's a few good people, good women out there. Free plug. There's a lady out there. Her name is Pink Book Blossom. She's dope. Mm-hmm. She's new. She keeps it real. And I love to hear a woman who's speaking to the other woman, keeping them accountable. Because apparently us men, we can't do that. We can't say, hey, we need to do this, X, Y, Z. No. Oh, you're misogynist or you hate women, all that stuff. That ain't the case, no. But she's speaking that knowledge. So go and follow her, free plug. You know, I'm not doing it so she can, no, listen, I keep it real out here. She's speaking truth. She's saying stuff out, it's true. Hey, I share it. Hey, Pink Book Blossom. Follow her. Check it out. Go ahead, Seth.
Well, no, I mean, I know you know what, I'm almost willing to take the conversation down a rabbit hole and leave the topic because we can keep saying it, but the truth of the matter is two men talking and a woman who provided the topic understand that what the current game is wrong, and it would just be fair, equal, right to review the marriage process.
Throw in the moral too. Throw in the moral
and moral.
Yeah,
it's just that the people who benefit from it, and it's always, and I'm not gonna say man or woman. I'm gonna say the person who makes the least money benefits from the current rules to such a degree that there is no reason for them to want to change it. Right. I wish they understood that, bro. Only 26% of black women ever get married. 1 in 4. 52% of white women. That means 48% of white women ever get married. Ever in this country. If you think the rules are in place are good rules, how you losing 74% of all men and women not even bothering to get married if the circumstances were good? You know?
Mm.
I actually love women. I would like to be married again.
Well, but I don't. Hold up. Wait a minute. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking.
No. I haven't moved 2 centimeters. I love women. I love having a woman in my life. Having a woman in your life is a good thing. Facts. If she's there to do good.
Facts.
But once again, I'm always my favorite phrase about this: women are supervillains. They don't use their powers for good, right? And this one of their main superpowers is what they could do with this marriage license. And you take away that power, maybe they might be able to come back to the light side. But right now, they are dark Jedi.
Dark Jedi. And maybe okay, not maybe take it away, but balance it out to make it fair, right? Because I understand there's some situation out there where some dudes need to do their part, right? I get that. But when I hear about all the stories from the people that I will know, they going through it. And the dudes who should be on it, not on it.
Well, I mean, like when you say the dudes that should be on it, not on it, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, this dude's out there, right? Mm-hmm. Listen, I never will recommend or ask for any black man, especially black man, to be in the legal system, right? Okay. I know dudes who would never, they survive everything. They survive the street life, the gang life, whatever life. People change. People move on, right? They dodge bullets, everything else. Only thing they got maybe in life is a speeding ticket, right? Could have got more, could have got worse. But you'll find out there's a lot of honest, hardworking dudes out there who had never committed any crime in life, But the reason why they have a record because child support. Because
Yeah.
because people don't think about this process here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yes, I'm on child support, right? I'm paying child support. Boom, boom, boom. Stuff happens. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm on child support, pay X, Y dollars a month to my kids and whatever, based on my current income. Well, guess what? Pandemic happens. Boom! I've been in this company for over 10 plus years, right? Started for the bottom. I'm not at the top, but I'm close enough, right? I'm comfortable. But guess what? Now they laying off. Now I have no job. Now I'm going to find another job, but guess what? I'm not getting that same pay that I was getting for the last 10 years in my last company, right? So now I got to work 2 to 3 jobs to maintain, trying to survive, because the courts don't care about me losing my job. If the money is set to $1,200 a month, they want $1,200 a month. But I hear somebody saying somewhere in the world, well, they can go back to court and they can, ask for da-da-da-da. I'm like, they can. But let me tell you this story here. There's a guy out here. There was a Facebook group I was in. There's a guy out here who was already struggling to pay child support, right? So he got a lawyer. He couldn't afford, but he got a lawyer somehow, borrowed some money, XYZ, had a court date set. He went to the court date and everything to do, plead his case, like, hey, I lost my job, blah, blah, boom, but I want to do, I'm not trying to, I'm falling behind, you know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I'm stressed out, whatever. And what happened was the lady didn't show up. This was in November. The lady didn't show up. So instead of the court ruling in his favor to help reduce it to XYZ, what he do? We have to reschedule him. I'm like, cool, all right, it happens. He rescheduled that man to to March of the following year. He was like, I can't survive that long paying this $1,200 a month. I can't do it. Boom. Mm-hmm. They don't care. So now from December, January, February, March, Christmas, all that stuff, because he still got to get stuff for his kids too. Don't think he's not going to buy things for his kids. He's going to do all that, right? But they don't care about that. But in that time frame, he still got to figure out how to get this money a month. But if he don't, guess what happens? He fall behind. Once he fall behind, what happens? They take his license. Well, guess what? He still got to drive across town, so now he's driving dirty. Hopefully, during that time frame, he's not speeding or someone doesn't hit him, right? Because even if somebody hit him and they see he got a license, guess what? The person's going to win. He should have been driving in the first place. But people don't think about those things. And this is not like a what if happened. No, this stuff actually happens a lot. This is not like you making this up. No, this is not a fairy tale pulled out thin air. Men get behind because people lose their jobs. And it's hard to get out there and get a job now making the same pay based on a company you worked for the last 10 plus years. It just don't happen that way. Especially now in this pandemic. People losing their jobs. And you think you can go out there and get the same job? Guess what? The same job you applying for, 20, 30, 100 people applying for the same job because people got to survive. So that's what I'm saying. But then you have dudes. So I'm sorry, with all that being said, I know I gave you a long story. But with all that being said, I know dudes in the hood that got 3 or 4 girls pregnant, ain't doing nothing, and none of them dudes are in the system. None. And I get it. He don't got a job, but so what? He should be in the system anyway. So he has to get a job. So he got to pay something. Even if it's $50 a month, he still got to do it. Because guess what? If he don't pay, they gonna lock his butt up. But them dudes are still running around getting more girls pregnant because that's what they do. And then you mad at the men as a whole because this guy over here ain't doing what he's supposed to do, and we ain't keeping him accountable. Wait. You chose to give the dude a baby that has 3 other kids by 3 different women. And you thought you was going to change him? You thought he was going to change for you? You thought when y'all was dating and his baby mom was texting you and acting all crazy, oh, she just crazy? Nah, it's him. But that's what I'm saying about men getting put in the system that don't deserve to be in the system while the other guys living their best life. Just saying. And
this goes back to that previous,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying because I
know.
Go back
to our previous show, who raising these men?
Right, exactly. Because I'm sure, Seth, you know some people like that, the guys like that should be, and there's guys who shouldn't be. Every guy know a guy who should be on child support or shouldn't be on child support.
Well, this is off the rail, so we ain't even on the marriage license no more. But this is what I see. I know a dude with 12 kids.
Wait. You said 12? 1, 2?
12 children with, I believe, 4 or 5 different baby mamas.
Wow.
Right?
12.
And
Okay.
so I mean, once again, when we talking about that, but he got 12 children, 4 or 5 baby mamas.
Wow.
And the point being is that the baby mamas ain't putting them on child support.
Mm.
Honestly, what's the point? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Even if this man was making $100,000 a year, which of course he not because Pookie and Ray Rays don't make that much money.
Right. Legally.
Yeah. What? And you can't take non-legal money. Dope dealers ain't paying child support.
Not at all.
You know?
When they come through to spend the night, whatever, to see you really, you might get something little there. You know what I'm saying? To see his kid for 20 minutes, whatever, and then he gone.
So I'm having this conversation with the girl. I mean, when I say I know a dude, I'm sorry, let me correct. I know a girl whose baby's father has 12 kids. So I'm telling you from her point of view.
Woo.
Okay, so I don't know him. I met him once in the past, but either way, moving on.
Got you.
Like, okay, so why did you have a baby with him? Because it felt right at the time.
It felt
dumbest reason in the world.
Man.
So one of your kids is the same age as one of his other kids. So he was tearing both of y'all down at the same time. Okay. She was like, I didn't know. I call bull junk on that, but okay, I didn't know. Why are 80%? This is from Kevin Samuel's show. Why are 80% of all children in the black community being created by 17% of the black men? Why? Because you know, I know we all off topic for marriage, but the point being, it's poor choices. All women want the same exact thing, and that even comes out to baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever make one dude attractive to another woman, I don't know if they got a certain kind of swag, money in the pocket, or they talk the right game, but it all works. It all works for all women. Almost all women tend to fall for the same 17% of BS. So, and that's it. But if you think 17% of dudes making enough money to care for 80% of the children that they created,
nope,
that don't make any sense. The math doesn't work out.
Math don't make right. But yes, I know we straight off a little bit there, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive us. We do apologize, but that's what happens in the barbershop. We have conversation and it goes left, it goes right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But listen. Marriage license, they should have renewals, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can break down as far as what happens, if the person decides not to or X, Y, Z, but at that point now, just like every other license out there that we discussed early in the conversation that you need to renew on, the marriage license should be just as important as those and renew those. You know what I'm saying? Should be just as important. So I'm going to wrap it up there because we don't want to get too deep on it because this was a good conversation as well about the license. Like I said, man, it doesn't make any sense. This shit needs to be renewed. You have to sit down, talk, whatever. And I don't want to hear about that. Oh, y'all should sit down every 5 years and have a conversation about the marriage. Well, first off, why is it 5 years? You should have conversation weekly, daily, monthly, whatever, before we get to that point, right? Communication is a key part in any relationship. But this on top of talking, right? You can talk all day, right? We all can talk, but is there going to be any actions that come out of it? I can tell you all X, Y, Z what I would like for you to do or want to do at X, Y, Z, but if you don't do it, how can I keep you accountable for doing something that I want you to do? That's the real kicker right there. Yeah, we can talk all day. Are you gonna change? No, I'm just talking. Some people say, "Have you talked? Yeah, I talked, but nothing came out of it. So what? Now what? Nothing. Nothing I can do. So having our 5 years come up, hey, do you want to renew your marriage? Hell no, I'm out. Hell yeah, let's stay.
No, you know what? And here's the thing with the license just sitting out there. If people don't have consequences for their actions, people don't change.
Ooh, right there.
If there are no consequences, there's going to be no change.
No consequences.
And I point this head first at marriage licenses, or if me and my girl talking, right? I know we still wrapping it up. But if me and my girl talking about how our relationship works, and I tell her something I don't like,
Right.
right?
Correct.
She has the choice. If I don't fix what you don't like, then what? And she can roll her neck when she says that. Then what?
Then what?
And if you can't punish somebody for bad behavior, you can't get them to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why not disciplining kids nowadays doesn't work. You can't yelling at a kid for doing something wrong doesn't mean anything if they can still have and do everything they were doing previously.
That's facts.
No consequences equal no change. When it comes to this marriage renewal, it needs to be like, yo, if I decide not to renew, and if I can justify not renewing my license, we need to get rid of no fault divorce. And then like, okay, so why don't you? Because this person did X, Y, Z, and they don't appear to want to fix it. So they've broken the certification or the marriage license. They've broken their responsibility. If you did that, and if I could hold you accountable for what you did, maybe I will be able to change it and maybe it'll be better. But at this point, if I make more money than you, I can't discipline you. I can't, I'm going to walk out if this doesn't work. So you make more money than I do. If you leave, I get paid. If I leave, I get paid.
It's a caviar. I mean, that's why the divorce rate is so high, because people know they can leave and cash out. Like, that's a real thing. People come up with these fake statistics talking about, people acting like you men are acting like women, or vice versa, men and women are cashing out when they get divorced. They are.
They are.
They are. We talking about they are. We talking about the average person. We're not talking about the Dr. Dre's and the other lady. We talking about the average hard earner working people who work 9 to 5 jobs. We're talking about those people. They don't see. Listen, I'm gonna give you some tea real quick, and real to the end. Listen, on top of child support, alimony, they even want half of your retirement plan. If you have a house that y'all got together or whatever, if you've been in a house for over 10 plus years and now your house equity is up to let's say you bought the house for $199 and now it's worth $299, guess what? They want that equity. So somebody can literally walk away from a divorce, or mostly women, sometimes both. They can walk away with a check. When I say they walk away, when divorce is over, within 7 days, man or woman must have a certified check of X amount of dollars of all the assets. And if they don't, guess what? You got to sell the house, XYZ, whatever the case may be. So they get that money instantly. And okay, payment plans. Now, the child support payments, whatever. But everything else, no, that's a check right now. You need all this money. And then let's not talk about court fees. Most men, or vice versa, who is a higher earner, they got paid all the court fees. So the person who took you to court, because they wouldn't beat you no more, right? They took you to court. And guess what? You got paid for everything. You didn't want to go to court. Like, hey, I don't want to do this. I mean, I understand we have like adults and not go down this rabbit hole, but no, we go through the rabbit hole. Now I'm stuck with the court fees. I'm stuck with all my assets being taken away, which took me about 20 years as a working adult to earn these income, men or women. It took you 20 plus years because, you're 18, you don't make money. So 20 years of working hard to make this income, and now you got to give it away to someone in 7 days. So 20 years of working in corporate America, and in 7 days, you got a hand check on someone who decided they didn't want to be with you no more.
Yep. Because of a license that was not fully explained at the time you signed it.
A license that's only a piece of paper, one piece of paper, not even front and back, just one piece of paper.
Yep.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, go. Anything else you want to say before I close out here, Seth? The Dark Child?
Nah, I think we so far off track that
we wrapped it up good. We wrapped it up good at the end. Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
That is true. Hey, marriage licenses. The process needs to be reviewed. It needs to be equitable.
I agree.
For everybody.
Listen.
That's my final statement.
All right. Thanks for everyone who tuned in today, listening live. Once again, Mondays, 7 a.m. is when we drop our episodes. Also, we do live recording on Sundays, 3 p.m.-ish. But follow us on DaChop Team on YouTube, Instagram. You can follow Seth the Dark Child as well. Instagram, Twins Inc., Instagram. comments, questions, concerns. Let us know how you feel. To the listeners who constantly provided me with topics, thank you for your support. You know, and y'all be shocked. It'd be a lot of women with these topics we talking about. It just ain't men, but y'all be shocked. Y'all be, you know, as far as me and Seth Darchild, we'll take the brunt of everything else. Oh, you guys, you got that. But you'll understand, these topics come from ladies. Secret. But anyway, thanks for tuning to the Chop Team. We catch y'all next